a Abyssal chicken from the Dungeons and Dragons saga. Not quite an original character, but it's fun to, you know, create what's already been created. So as you can see, I've already worked on this, probably given him about a good half hour just to get a foundation down. And today I'm probably going to work 10 to 20 minutes. My recording device is only on 10%, so I will have as much time as it gives me to work on this. And then it will be gone. So once I've laid a foundation, I like to go on the very outskirts of the character or critter and just outline the boundaries essentially, like a colouring in book. Give it a bit of a thicker. Anything that's past the centre line, I keep it a little bit fainter, so you've got the centre line going down here through his head. Anything that's on the other side, like his foot on the left here, I'm going to keep a bit fainter. I mean, there's no harm in colouring it in, but just so I don't overshade it early on. I'm currently using this is 5B? 5B pencil. I haven't really found a brand of pencil that I quite harmonize with. That's like really stood out for me. I kind of just get whatever's available and usually get it in a few ranges of thicknesses of the same brand and just roll with that. But I'm sure there'll come a time where it's like, oh yeah, I only use such and such brand because it's the one that really suits. But until then, I'm going to be using whatever comes into my grasp. And there's also no right or wrong. If you have a medium that works for you, charcoal is a really fun medium. I've been using like a mechanical pencil for a little bit. One of these bad boys. But you don't get that same thin accuracy that you get from a sharpened pencil. And then I might go over this one with a pen and do some contour lines. Welcome if you're just joining. We're working on a Abyssal crab. Oh no, Abyssal chicken, sorry. If you're familiar with Dungeons and Dragons. This is a fun character. He's I don't actually know all that much about it. I was just looking up Dungeons and Dragons characters because they got some really funky looking guys. And this guy came up and thought he'd be fun to sketch. Hello, Ralph. Is it Ralph? Ralph Gaming 1? Pleased to see you. Hope you're doing well. Right now I'm just doing the outline of the character. I'm not trying to go into details just yet. And just creating a bit of a foundation of what his shape and silhouette is going to be. And I think that's pretty much going to be the outline. Now I can go Algerian. Cool. So I haven't decided whether this is going to be a more textured or smooth kind of shell. But while I'm still thinking that out, I'm going to give his crustacean shell more of an outline around his back. And my dog has come to join. Hello. This is Mr. Roy. He's camera shy. And I kind of set my camera again. Oh, there we go. Need to sharpen my pencil a bit. I think that's something I'm becoming more and more aware of the more I sketch is the bluntness of the tip of the pencil. Because sometimes you really want to get a fine line. And other times you don't really care. It's kind of just getting mass on the page. And when you're detailing a face, or when I'm detailing a face, I tend to like having a finer edge. And my battery's gone down to 5%. I just got a warning from my device. So this episode may come to an abrupt end. And I apologize if there's no warning. So it might give me about 10 more minutes, 5 more minutes, I'm not sure. I started off with 10%, and then now it's given me a warning for 5, and it's been about 10 minutes. So you can make your own judgment call on how long that will be. But I might start doing my goodbyes within the 5 minutes. This guy's such a strange looking character. He's so goofy. And they're only like the size of like a human leg. Like I should draw something for scale here, like a real chicken, because they're really not that big. They're like the size of like a small dog. Not even a small dog. Dogs get pretty small, like a regular sized dog. But they just look crazy and have these crazy teeth. And I'm pretty sure they can fly. Imagine one of these things. I should draw a version of it with open wings. Because having one of these things flying at you with open wings, with snarled face, I don't even think they have eyes, would be scary. That's the last thing I'd want coming towards me. Even if it is just the size of a chicken. The head feels a little bit blurry. Like it doesn't have that kind of crispness that I want. I feel like the more I work on it, the less crisp it's getting. I have a feeling it's because this dark area isn't dark enough. It really adds some contrast. I feel like or at least I do, overcomplicate designs a little bit. Whereas usually it's just something pretty simple that needs to be fixed. Like once you've got the base of your sketch, it's usually not that much that needs to be done. Just different highlights in different areas. Like already that looks a lot better, in my opinion. I mean the teeth are still, I don't know if they're a bit more blunt now because the tips were dark. But I still like the still like it. Work on his, give him a bit of a pedicure. Started watching I just finished the Witcher series. I was a little bit disappointed in the ending. I kind of was a bit bored by the time that it ended. I really liked the rest of the series, but similar to Game of Thrones, it was the ending that disappointed me. Not that it threw off the entire series, I still enjoyed the rest of it. It's just, I don't know, movies get endings quite right, but series, like a TV series, it's hard to end it well. Because they've kind of based the story on random events. I don't know. I'm no story writer. But I do enjoy a good series. And Game of Thrones, I mean, I watched that about twice. Through to like season 5 when it was out. And then the last couple really threw me for a loop. I had one person tell me that season 7 didn't even exist. They refused to believe it, which I thought was quite funny. He was like, yeah, all 6 seasons were great. I was like, what do you mean, the 7 seasons? He was like, no. I was like, okay. Yeah, season 7 didn't exist. Like conspiracy. It was so atrocious that it ceased to exist. But it wasn't even that bad. It was just like an abrupt ending. It was only a few episodes. Probably could have done a little better if they took their time. And there was like some managing, like with the producer, they were producing another show or something, so there was a bit of like managing issue, which probably was a big contributor. I don't actually know all the details, that's just what I've heard from the internet. And I'm probably gonna have to finish up soon because my recording device is only on 2%. So I'll start saying thank you, and if you enjoyed, please share the love. You can do that by liking or subscribing if you want to see more content, or show your friends, or do your sketch as well. If you did sketch along, I hope you created something that you enjoyed, and if you didn't, that's part of the process, and don't get discouraged. And for the remainder of the percentage of this device, I will just be sketching in silence.